Welcome to the Health Collective, your trusted source for all things health and wellness. We're here to share, enlighten, and inspire you with the latest and most reliable information in the health sphere. Our commitment is to help you live a healthier, happier life, and we do that by providing factual, practical, and actionable health-related advice. We understand that navigating the world of health can be complex, but don't worry, we're here to simplify it for you. From nutrition tips to wellness strategies, we've got you covered. Remember, your health is your wealth, and by investing time in understanding it better, you're setting yourself up for a future filled with vitality and joy. So buckle up and join us on this journey to better health. In today's episode, we delve into the world of antibiotics and the foods you should avoid when on them. Many of us have taken antibiotics at some point, but did you know that certain foods can interfere with these medications? Yes, it's true. Certain foods can lower the effectiveness of antibiotics or even cause unwanted side effects. This happens because some foods can interfere with the absorption of antibiotics in your body, reducing their ability to fight off infection. Other foods can stimulate or suppress the action of certain antibiotics, leading to an imbalance in your body. It's not just about the food you eat, but also about when you eat it. Timing is crucial. Eating at the wrong time can also affect how your body responds to antibiotics. Therefore, being aware of these interactions is of utmost importance for your health. It's not enough to just take your medicine. You also need to watch what you eat. Let's unravel the top 10 foods to avoid while on antibiotics. First on our list are dairy products. It might be surprising, but yes, your favorite milk, cheese, and yogurt can interfere with the effectiveness of antibiotics. This is because dairy products are rich in calcium, and calcium can bind to certain antibiotics in the gut. This binding process can significantly reduce the absorption of antibiotics into the bloodstream, making them less effective. Think about it like this. It's like having a well-prepared army ready to fight off an invasion, but a good portion of your soldiers end up stuck in the barracks, unable to join the battle. That's what happens when you consume dairy products while on antibiotics. Your body's ability to fight off infection is compromised. This doesn't mean you have to completely eliminate dairy from your diet. But while you're on antibiotics, it would be wise to lay off the cheese platter and the milkshakes. So, it's best to avoid milk, cheese, and yogurt when taking these meds. Next up are high-fiber foods. Now you might be thinking, but aren't high-fiber foods supposed to be good for me? Absolutely. Under normal circumstances, high-fiber foods like whole grains and legumes are indeed beneficial for your health. They help keep your digestive system running smoothly and can even aid in weight management. However, when you're on antibiotics, these high-fiber foods can become a bit of a double-edged sword. Why is that, you ask? Well, high-fiber foods have a tendency to bind with certain antibiotics, effectively reducing their potency. It's like throwing a wrench into the machinery of your medication's effectiveness. Imagine you're trying to fight off an infection, but your antibiotics are being held back by the very foods you're eating. Not exactly ideal, right? So while you're on a course of antibiotics, it might be best to hold off on those whole grains and legumes. Hold off on whole grains and legumes until your antibiotic course is complete. Moving on to the third food to avoid: alcoholic beverages. Now, we might not typically think of alcohol as food, but when it comes to how it interacts with antibiotics, it's definitely worth mentioning. Mixing alcohol and antibiotics may sound harmless, but it could potentially lead to some serious side effects. The consumption of alcohol while on antibiotics can potentially increase the risk of experiencing the unpleasant side effects of your medication. These might include nausea, dizziness, and in severe cases, a rapid heart rate. Alcohol can also decrease the effectiveness of your antibiotics, making it harder for your body to fight off infection. The reason behind this is that both alcohol and antibiotics are processed in the liver. Consuming both can put a strain on your liver, which might slow the drug's effectiveness. In a nutshell, when you're on a course of antibiotics, it's a good idea to avoid alcohol. It's a small sacrifice that can make a big difference in your recovery. Now let's talk about foods high in vitamin K. Vitamin K is a vital nutrient that plays a crucial role in blood clotting. It's found in abundance in leafy green vegetables, certain fruits, and some dairy products. However, this vitamin can be a bit of a double-edged sword when it comes to antibiotics. Some antibiotics, particularly those in the cephalosporin class, can interfere with the way our bodies process vitamin K. This can lead to an overabundance of the vitamin in our system, which can, in turn, cause blood clotting problems. Consuming foods high in vitamin K while taking these antibiotics can exacerbate this issue, potentially leading to serious health risks. So, if you're prescribed a course of antibiotics, it's a wise move to check with your doctor about dietary restrictions. In these instances, it might be best to avoid foods like kale, spinach, and broccoli, which are high in vitamin K. Best to avoid foods like kale, spinach, and broccoli while on these specific antibiotics. Fruits are generally healthy, but not all are antibiotic-friendly. As we delve into the world of citrus fruits, it's crucial to understand that while they are usually packed with vitamin C and antioxidants, they may not be your best friends when you're on certain antibiotics. Grapefruit in particular has a unique compound that can interfere with the metabolism of some antibiotics. This interaction can lead to higher than normal levels of the medicine in your body, potentially causing unwanted side effects. It's not just grapefruit, though. Other citrus fruits like Seville oranges, limes, and pomelos can have the same effect. So, if you're prescribed antibiotics such as erythromycin or ciprofloxacin, you might want to reconsider your morning glass of grapefruit juice or that citrusy salad dressing. It's not forever, just for the duration of your medication course. Remember, every fruit has its season, and for grapefruit and other citrus fruits, it's not during an antibiotic course. When on antibiotics, it's better to skip the grapefruit in your diet. The sixth food on our list is those high in tyramine. Now, tyramine might sound like a character from a sci-fi movie, but it's actually a naturally occurring compound found in various foods. It's not typically a problem, but when you are on certain antibiotics, tyramine can lead to dangerous spikes in blood pressure. Picture this: you're enjoying a lovely plate of smoked salmon or a slice of aged cheddar, unaware that these foods are high in tyramine. Your body, while busy working with the antibiotics to fight off infection, is suddenly dealing with a blood pressure spike. It's like throwing a wrench in the gears. Not ideal, right? This is why it's crucial to be mindful of your diet while on antibiotics. Foods like aged cheeses, smoked fish, and cured meats are high in tyramine and best avoided during your antibiotic course. Stay away from aged cheeses, smoked fish, and cured meats during your antibiotic course. We've covered a lot today, so let's summarize. We've navigated through the maze of dietary considerations you need to be aware of when on antibiotics. 10 key foods and drinks to avoid, each with its own unique interaction with your treatment plan. First off, dairy products. Remember, calcium-rich foods like milk, cheese, and yogurt can interfere with certain antibiotics, making them less effective. Next, we talked about high-fiber foods. Foods like whole grains, beans, and legumes can slow down the absorption of antibiotics in your system, potentially diminishing their effectiveness. We also touched on alcohol. Its consumption can exacerbate side effects of antibiotics, such as dizziness and upset stomach, and in some cases may even hinder the efficacy of the drug itself. Foods high in vitamin K also made our list. They can counteract the effects of certain antibiotics, particularly those used to treat infections like MRSA. This includes leafy greens like spinach and kale. Grapefruit and other citrus fruits were up next. These fruits can inhibit the enzymes that break down antibiotics, leading to higher than intended levels of the drug in your body. Lastly, we discussed foods high in tyramine. This compound, found in aged cheeses, cured meats, and some beers, can cause dangerous spikes in blood pressure when mixed with certain antibiotics. We've covered a lot of ground, but the key takeaway is this: being aware of these interactions is vital for effective treatment. Antibiotics are powerful tools in our medical arsenal, but their efficacy can be compromised by what we eat and drink. It's crucial to be mindful of this when you're on a treatment plan to ensure you're giving your body the best chance to fight off infection. So, next time you're prescribed antibiotics, take a moment to consider your diet. You might need to make some temporary adjustments, but remember, it's all in service of your health. Because when it comes to antibiotics, what you eat truly does matter. Remember, when on antibiotics, what you eat matters. That's it for today's episode of The Health Collective. We've taken a journey through the complex world of antibiotics and the foods that can affect their efficacy. As we've learned, it's not just about taking the medicine, but also about being mindful of what's on our plates. We hope this episode has shed some light on this important subject. If you found this information valuable, we encourage you to share it with others. Let's spread the word about these 10 foods to avoid while on antibiotics and help each other lead healthier lives. Remember, knowledge is our best defense when it comes to health. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you won't miss out on future episodes. Give us a thumbs up if you've learned something new today. Until next time, stay healthy and informed with the Health Collective.